Hello? Are you unmuted?
No, I was muted. Oh, that's such a faux pas. It's such a work faux pas. Right, but the churches that aren't adapting to that, lots of businesses are not maybe going to make it through this. And if that would make a difference in the longevity of the next generations, people are more willing to meet in person during the pandemic times. It could be that that takes off more than it just falls out of habit for the people who used to go. Going to a certain building and listening to someone speak about it. I think, yeah, people in that world might not appreciate where I'm coming from because it is different. But I do think that I learned a lot from that those experiences, and I think it's helped make me who I am, for sure, in a good way. It's just not necessarily the future that I plan on participating in. I would describe myself as spiritual. I definitely think that it's an important piece of life that people have religion and have something to grasp onto like that. I don't know what the answers are at all. I really try to look at what's going on around me and, see the good in things and try to hone in on that and, be kind and be compassionate and understand where other people are coming from. I would say that's kind of how it changed for me, and now that I know where I'm going with the spirituality aspect. It's important to look inside yourself to kind of make those decisions, work on what is my religion and what is it. And I would say that it's continually developing. Do I have a regular church? I would say no, not in the traditional sense. I really think that one of the best things about church, growing up especially, was the sense of community that brought people. And you go there and you're familiar with the people. It's a nice place that people can share meals, share their experiences with life and love and death and things like that, things that really matter to people. And so in that way, I feel I have found, a sense of community a lot of other places, that those places become almost a church, not in the same sense. That would be something that wouldn't necessarily be agreed upon by everyone in my family, or people who go to church, they might not think that either. But places like, for a while, every Sunday morning, we were going to the farmer's market and having a little stand for our friend's business. Just being able to talk to neighbors, talk to them about what's going on in their lives, just touch base and really connect with people that way. That was really a cool thing that I enjoyed pre-pandemic. Other things like being in nature, I think, is really helpful spiritually for me, to be out there and, connect with the earth and what has been given to us. Community out there as well. It's a community of nature. Church was with great grandparents and their sense of community with that, and then seeing how much it was part of grandma's life, that community, for sure. The helping people aspect, really putting time towards that. That's what it's more about. When I was growing up, it was a huge kind of part of my dad's connection to grandma and grandpa, was going to church and having that sense of community there, what they did together and what they talked about together and kind of how they connected a lot. Say what kind of influenced my change in thinking about it was probably my study abroad experience. Given that I decided to study Norse mythology for a while, it kind of opened my mind to the idea of the individuality, that mentality of being a good person and, caring about the earth, how your decisions do affect other people, finding that people from all over the world, you can connect with them on a lot of topics and a lot without it necessarily being labeled or tagged in certain ways. Some organized religion, I just think, is a little bit, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself. I don't know. Does anyone really know what is the right one? I really try to keep an open mind towards other people's beliefs as well, while still trying to be true to myself and what I think is best for me and my family. And I think that's kind of where the spirituality aspect comes in, where instead of being labeled as a certain kind of religion, it's more an internal, what is good and what is the right path for me to make a difference for the people around me in a positive way.
So you would say that your religion doesn't have a name or a following?
Correct.
And you would say you would rather have your sons and your family have a faith in self rather than a faith in a figment?
I would say yes, but there's still the need to have faith in things outside of you as well. Faith in other people and faith in community, faith in the greater good in a way that at least other people are trying to make an effort to be, to make the right decisions and follow their following. That's why I don't want to that organized religion isn't a good, because some people, it really does make a difference. It's important for them, or at least that's where they know they can find similar people, in the sense of community. So I think that it's important to have faith in yourself, but also you have to also trust other people, other ideas. If people that you're with having the faith in themselves or the faith in other things, it's important not to necessarily shut people out based on that. So that's what I would hope for them.